This towel just to blot the drippies, but I do keep my face still damp after I wash with the salicylic acid cleanser. Then I'm going to come on with the salicylic acid moisturizer with 0.5% sal acid. Because this has salicylic acid in it as the active ingredient, I'm going to avoid putting it around my eyes. And I'm just going to let that dry really quickly, and then I'm going to put my sunscreen on over it. While it dries, I'm going to decide what sunscreen I should wear today. Should I do the Dermatology Physical tinted moisturizer? I think I will. I always get comments that I don't put stuff on my upper lip. I always put sunscreen on my upper lip. It may get edited out sometimes because I'm trying to speed up the clips. Does anyone else get a little uneasy when they have a quarter of a tank of gas? I sure do. Like, you never know when the next hurricane is going to suddenly hit out of nowhere and you may have to evacuate. And the last thing you want is to not have enough gas. So we're taking a little drive to get some gas. But I'm going to Costco to get my gas. I don't feel comfortable anymore getting gas at like regular gas stations because there's been a lot of crime at a lot of the gas stations, like purse snatchings and that kind of thing. So I am only getting my gas these days at Costco. I know that sounds paranoid, but when you are out and about by yourself, you have to be vigilant and be careful. Somebody commented the other day when I said it was too hot for me to go to Costco. They're like, well, why are you wearing a jumper, which is what they call a sweatshirt in the UK? Because if you live here, like, this is the thing. It's hot, but when you're inside, the air conditioning is so cold that you can't just go into a place with a tank top on. You'll freeze to death. I know, it's like the complete juxtaposition of extremes of temperature at all times. So you have to be ready for it. Here I am at Costco in line for gasoline. That Dermatology sunscreen looks pretty good. It's held up well. Mascara that I'm wearing right now, the mascara I'm wearing right now is the Maybelline Falsies. I can't decide if I like it better than the Sky High. They give a different effect, but they're both really good for drugstore mascara. I mean, drugstore mascaras are where it's at, in my opinion. Aside from the Thrive Cosmetics mascara, which I always rave about, but then I never end up remembering to order it. Fingerprints. I need to clean the interior of my car. Like, deep clean it. I don't do much in my car. A lot of people like live in their cars, but I don't, so I don't end up needing to clean the interior that often, but I should do a good deep clean. I need to get my oil changed. Buckle up storage set. 4 pieces. $8.99. Wow, that's a really good price. Because these things are usually pretty expensive at like Target and stuff. Originally $11.49. Alright, I need to update you guys on the Sutton Place cooling throw. I bought this several months ago. I love it, except I don't use it as like an actual blanket because I don't know, there's something about it that feels a little synthetic and uncomfortable to actually use as a blanket like on your skin. But what I do is I fold it in half so that it's a rectangle and I put it next to me, parallel next to me when I sleep. And you know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like just a little bit overheated or whatever, and you get that relief by turning your head to the cool side of the pillow? Well, having this next to you, you just like flop your leg over on top of it and it instantly cools you. It's really comfortable. It's nice in that sense. It does have a nice cooling effect. But as a blanket, it's just like not the most comfortable thing to snuggle up with. This is a whole cooling mattress. I don't need a mattress, but gel foam and springs. Guess what's back, you guys? Samples. This is the Kevin's brand General Tso's cauliflower. I'll try it here. Just come over here and park by the big red cups. Pretty good. Moon cakes, mixed nuts, moon cake, and I had these rice crackers here before. Rice Krispies. All right, I'm back. Just made myself a decaf. I'm gonna whip up a batch of my chalk oat chip bars. They're really good. And I just have oat flour that I make in advance. Whole rolled oats, you just pulse them in the blender, turn into flour. A teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of arrowroot starch. You could also use cornstarch in this, but that's what I have. I've also made these before where I do half oat flour and half almond flour, and they come out really good too. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I got my jumbo coconut oil. You could do bicep curls with this. So you need about 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil. And you need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, also from Costco. Costco, I'm telling you, best place to get baking supplies if you bake frequently. If you don't bake frequently and you just have the sudden whim urge to bake, I don't suggest going to Costco to buy your supplies because you'll be stuck with a lifetime supply of like vanilla extract. This is pretty good vanilla extract. You can see I buzz through it. All right, you also need sugar. I'm gonna use the pyure. You guys told me how to say this correctly. I'd always called it pyure. It's not intuitive that would be pure. Pyure. Anyways, you need half a cup of this. But if you're gonna use regular granulated sugar, you wanna use a whole cup. Pure is extra sweet, so you only use half as much. And you need 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk. All right, now I'm just gonna start folding in the dry mix into the wet. I'm gonna add in my chocolate chips, and these are the Chalk Zero dark chocolate chips. If you want to, you certainly can make these into individual cookies, but I'm too lazy to do that. I just put them into a brownie pan and do them as bars. Just plop them on in. It's like a giant oatmeal cookie. All right, in the oven, 350 degrees for about 22 minutes. So I planted some new herbs in my arrow garden and they're just coming up. I don't know if you guys can see. I've got Thai basil, I've got basil, regular basil, and curly parsley there. So yeah, looking forward to having fresh basil. This little arrow garden I love. So I let them cool completely in the pan and then I just flipped them out. They came out really easily and I'm just gonna slice them into bars. They're completely cool. There's a little cross-section action for you. I'll put the recipe down below in the description box. So I just got out of the shower. Does this happen to anyone else? I moisturize my body. I've been loving this Aveeno Restorative Skin Therapy moisturizer. I got all greased up in this and was putting on my PJs and I feel a hair stuck to the back of my leg. It's always the back of my leg and it like snakes around. Does this happen to anyone else? Like a stray hair from your head falls down and then just decides to attach to your leg and it's always like looped around. You can feel it but you can't find it and it's like married to the moisturizer and your skin and you're like, oh, please get off. And yeah, comment below and if you know what I'm talking about, or maybe it's just me. Long hair struggles, but it's happened to me when I've had shorter hair too. Yeah. All right, speaking of skincare, I wanted to update you guys on the Peach Slices products. I've really been enjoying the face wash. I've been using this in the morning actually, but I've also had really good success with oil-free moisturizer with 0.5% salicylic acid. This is really good. You can use it in the morning, just apply it to the skin, allow it to set up, and then put sunscreen on over. It's safe to use salicylic acid in the daytime. You can actually use salicylic acid like at 2% strength, which is what you find in over-the-counter products. You can use it on your face twice a day. And that actually sometimes ends up getting you really good results. If you've struggled to get good results in terms of closed comedones or acne breakouts with salicylic acid, try using it twice a day. You can actually even use it 3 times a day, but nobody has time to be doing that 3 times a day. So it's actually, it becomes challenging to use it 3 times a day. But what I was saying is this particular moisturizer is really good to use in the morning. It's a lower percentage strength, which just means it takes longer to work, but is less irritating. It goes on really well underneath sunscreen, and it's, as I said, safe to use salicylic acid during the day. Obviously you want to wear sunscreen. Salicylic acid actually can absorb a little bit of UVB, although it's not a substitute for sunscreen. It calms down inflammation and also maybe helps reduce the burden of sun damage. It can dry out your skin, however, so not all skin types really tolerate it well, but this 0.5% strength is a lot less drying, and the formulation of this product overall is pretty moisturizing. For a leave-on product, this is really good. Now, excuse me. The exfoliating toner, however, has both salicylic acid and alpha hydroxy acids, so this will make you a little bit more sensitive to sun. It is more intense, not only because it has a higher percentage of salicylic acid, but also because it's got the glycolic and the lactic in there. This is good if you have a lot of skin textural issues, more inflammatory acne. These are good products. I've found that they are not only good ingredients, no-nonsense ingredients for treating hyperpigmentation, acne, skin textural issues, reducing sun damage. They are well formulated and they have ingredients in them that are beneficial for the skin barrier as far as moisturizing ingredients. They have centella in them. No fragrance. What a crazy day today was. I don't even know what I talked about in today's video, but If you enjoy vlogs, if you're new here, by the way, I do vlogs on the weekends. Saturday and Sunday is typically just a vlog. I always incorporate skincare into the vlog, so I don't typically put up a vlog during the week unless there's some like really cool thing that happened, which I mean, yeah. So yeah, if you enjoy vlogs and you want to watch more of my vlogs, I have them all saved in a playlist. And the next slide, actually, I will put a card to one of my most recent vlogs if you want to watch that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.